Yo, what's good, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Seattle Sonics MyNBA series. And in this episode, we are starting, well, not starting, we're recapping our second off season. And next episode, we will be in our third season playing against the Suns team. You'll see in a second why we're going to be playing the Suns, even after Devin Booker requested a trade and everything like that. But we also have new branding. So first I want to get into who we acquired this offseason, the storylines, and then show you our branding and kind of outline what we have planned for this season. Starting with our offseason recap, 4 new acquisitions in terms of important acquisitions, that is. PJ Washington, we picked him up via trade with the Trailblazers. Forgot, who did we send over there? Oh, send Jordan Hawkins. I'm pretty sure we got a pick or two back. PJ Washington, a phenomenal energy guy. He's going to give you great defense, and he's got to knock down the three ball. And an underrated aspect about his game is he gets downhill, and he's a strong finisher. So I love to have PJ Washington on our team. He's somebody who I think is going to bring a lot of important intangibles to our team. Somebody's going to give us energy, and somebody who seems to kind of rise to the occasion in the playoffs. He was phenomenal for the Mavericks during that finals run, and I wanted to pick him up and see if he can replicate some of that same magic for us. Next, we have Keon Ellis, a defensive-minded point guard that can knock down the three ball, kind of play the 2 or the 3. I mean, not the 3, the 1 or the 2. Love what Keon Ellis brings for us, so I'm excited to have him on the squad. To back up Alondes Williams. Next, DeMar DeRozan, somebody who we picked up just to be a veteran on this team. We're a really young team. Our second oldest guy on the team is 29 years old, and then just keeps getting lower and lower from them. DeRozan is 38 years old, but it's still a phenomenal mid-range scorer and somebody who we can kind of bring in to teach some of these guys to score in the mid-range, like Tari East and Alondes Williams, AJ Johnson. These guys need to learn how to get that mid-range jumper going. Tari is the best out of those 3, but if he can learn from DeRozan, that would help him a ton. DeMar might not see the floor a lot. Unless we're struggling offensively, then we can sub him in. But another reason why he won't see the floor a lot for his scoring is because we also brought in Malachi Branham, who just averaged 15.6 points per game for the Spurs. He was phenomenal, shot almost 50, 40, 90. He has turned into a really great scorer in this league. And he's got an 89 3-point shot and a 90 free throw. So once he gets to the free throw line, he is going to score. We signed him 3 years, $51 million. He's only 24 years old. He is somebody who I think can be really, really good for us. And we need some more scoring on this team. And he's going to do it for us off the bench. Trey Mann is gone. Jordan Hawkins is gone. Aaron Gordon is gone. I think we all made some adequate, I think all of our replacements are adequate, and they're phenomenal. I really think these guys are upgrades, and hopefully they play like it and prove me right. And then, that's our offseason recap. We didn't do a whole lot. We were thinking about potentially looking for, somebody that could be a starter, but we're going to try and bank on development this season, our development system this season. So we'll see how that turns out for some of our guys. Next, we have the storylines for the 2027-2028 season. A lot has changed. On this left side, a whole bunch of stars moving on from their former teams. Giannis was a free agent, and he left Milwaukee to go play in Phoenix, Arizona with Devin Booker, who requested a trade. But once they signed Giannis, he said, "Hold on, I think I'm gonna stay here." He signs a 3-year, $198 million deal, and they easily form the best duo in the league. That's just an incredible talent acquisition from the Suns. Top 3 player joins your star guy. Amazing. I think they're going to be contenders for sure. You never know. The Suns kind of suck in 2K, but they still have Ryan Dunn. They picked up Lou Dort. They picked up Malik Beasley, so they got some solid pieces around him. They got Oso Odigaro, something like that, also at center, so great for them. Jokic and Tyler Hero team up in Los Angeles. Jokic was a free agent. The Nuggets, they had just fallen off a cliff. They went with young direction, and Jokic ended up leaving. Signs the same deal as Giannis. And then Tyler Hero signs a 1-year deal. That forms a really interesting duo where you're going to have a bunch of scoring. This team also got Zach LaVine. you're going to have 3 guys who just can flat out score the basketball. Their defense is their biggest problem, but I'm sure they will be able to figure it out, especially with Ty Lue, who is such a phenomenal coach. So look out for the Clippers to try and contend and make moves as the season goes on. And then Jaylen Brown, he was unhappy with his role in Cleveland. He ended up getting traded to the Kings in Sacramento. Jaylen Brown is former member of California. That's where he went to college. Averaged 24 points per game last year, shot a career high from 3. He's looking really good. So he pairs up with Sabonis and Jaleel Bethea, along with Keegan Murray, who's still there, Scottie Pippen Jr. Solid squad, very solid squad. They also had a top 2 pick. They ended up selecting a small forward, Caleb Gaskins, so they might look to ship him out if they start doing well. But we'll see. And then the Celtics, they end up getting De'Aaron Fox out of that trade, and also Ayo Dosunmu. Interesting team. Tatum, Porzingis, Fox, White, Pritchard, Dosunmu. Neemias Queta still there. Jacob Toppin, Malik Thomas. This team is looking to contend, and maybe that will help them. Steph is retiring after this season, much like Kevin Durant did last year. He is out of here. He's 39 years old. He's in his 19th season, and he is on a farewell tour. It's kind of sad to see all the greats starting to retire, but it kind of makes sense. We've been watching these guys for years on years now, so it only makes sense that they're going to retire. Next, the Hornets. They picked up Aaron Gordon via trade with us, and they're looking very solid. LaMelo Ball, Brandon Miller, Aaron Gordon, Kawhi Leonard at the 4, Mark Williams, who's still here in this universe, even though he just got traded to the Lakers. Brandon Pajemski off the bench they signed. LaMelo Ball, or not LaMelo, Lonzo still here, Nick Smith Jr., and Hugo Gonzalez. That is a very talented group. They also have a big man named Rocky Zakarski, 21 years old, 7'3" from Australia. This team looks really solid, and this team looks like they can contend in the East. It just depends on if Brandon Miller and LaMelo Ball are going to gel well together. LaMelo had his best season of his career in 2026. He averaged 28 points per game and 10 assists. 28 and 10 is phenomenal, but last year his numbers took a step down. I don't know why. Brandon Miller had the best year of his career last year. Aaron Gordon had one of his worst seasons. He was unbelievably bad in the playoffs for us, so we shipped him out. And then Kawhi re-signs after being traded to the Hornets last year. We'll see how he plays. This is an interesting team. All this is to try and take down the next team that we're mentioning, the Dallas Mavericks. They've won the last 3 championships, and they've become a dynasty, which is funny because Luka is no longer on this team in real life. It makes 0 sense to me why he would not be here anymore. But in this universe, they get to keep him. They have Kyrie Irving here still, Santi Aldama, Derek Lively, Ty Jerome, who absolutely fried us in the playoffs. Daniel Gafford's still here, and this team, they look really good still. I expect them, another yawn, I expect them to be the team to beat. So, we'll try and get revenge against them, maybe in the playoffs, or maybe we'll play them in the regular season and, kind of have that animosity matchup. But, yeah, those are all the storylines heading into this next season. Now you get to look at how our team has developed and how our team has changed our branding. Alondes Williams, I feel like he deserved to go up in overall, so really I just boosted a few of his badges and then his intangibles, so he's up to an 87 overall. I don't know why he's down 1 overall right now, but is what it is. Just came off the best year of his career, obviously. Really an all-star type year from him, and he had a really good playoff run when he was healthy, but he was not healthy when we needed him to be in games 6 and 7, so that's unfortunate for him. Tari Eason up to an 85 overall. Didn't touch him at all. Well, pause. Didn't touch his overall or attributes or anything like that, but he just came off an unreal playoff run. He was unbelievable. AJ Johnson up to an 84. I think he deserved that. He averaged 20 and 6 assists in the playoffs. Style is phenomenal. At times was our best player, so he's up to an 84 overall. PJ Washington here. Malawatch didn't develop at all. I'm getting kind of scared he's just gonna peak at an 82 overall, but he's only 21. Growth isn't linear, so we'll see how he ends up developing. AJ Green still here. Branham here. Deron Holmes just continues to get better. Shot 40% from 3 last year. Barely got some playoff minutes. But with Aaron Gordon being traded, he is going to get a lot of minutes now. He's got an 83 3 ball, and he continues to be an impressive defender. 89 interior defense, 72 perimeter defense, 82 block. Listen, if Malawatch ends up not playing well, he can slide in at center for us. I really like the way he plays, and I'm excited to give him more run, especially after that first season he had with us. He was amazing. Moussa Diabate will be a backup center again. He's always amazing. Keon Ellis is here, DeRozan, and then Jalen Noel, Tyrese Martin. And a rookie guard who I'm actually really intrigued about is Darius Adams. We picked him up with a 29th pick in the draft. He's got an 86 3 ball, and he can defend too. 78 perimeter and a 78 steal. So that's how the roster is looking coming into this season. We will be playing the Suns for our first gameplay. Really good looking team. But we'll see if 2K agrees with that. Now we get to look at our jerseys and everything like that. So the new logo, as you can see, it's right there. Pretty good looking logo. I thought it was fire. And then the jerseys are beautiful. Whoever uploaded this did a great job. We got white, black, and then green. Could be yellow, could be, I don't know, gray, but I like the green look right here. Just phenomenal looking. I think kind of brings more of a fresher look and a more unique look to us. I think the old Sonics logo kind of got old, right? But let me know what you think. And then our arena, this is it, basically just a new logo and a darker shade of green and just more modernized. I really like the way this team looks, and I'm excited for this season. I think we are going to be contending. The power rankings, we aren't ranked too high. The 2K Sports has us at 6, so I think that's the accurate one, but everywhere else we're ranked like 31st, which I'm not understanding, but I think I'll take 6th in the rankings. Celtics for some reason, or the Lakers for some reason at number 2. I don't know what that's about, but yeah, that's really all I have to cover for this offseason. Our new uniforms and stuff like that. I am excited. I'm going to be playing these first few games, trying to see how our team looks, trying to figure out a rotation, and then we will play the Suns. So I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.